kind of wanted to talk about is flexibility, strength, right? Who needs strength to move? Okay, cool. You didn't. Oh, okay. I was just gonna ask you a couple other questions. All right, so you need some flexibility, you need some strength, all right? Now, how do you shoot a rubber band across a room?
Slingshot.
Exactly. That's how muscles work, all right? So that's where flexibility comes in. So if you can't touch your toes, if you're like this, the chances of you beating me in a race, slim to none. Not gonna happen, all right? Now, what about if you can't lift your knee this high and not fall? Are you gonna beat me in a race?
Yes.
You are? We can go race right now. I'm ready. Got my Air Maxes on. I'm ready to go. No, just kidding. So that's kind of what we want to look at. So it takes a couple things. One, I need you to be able to get like this, right? That's your stride. That's pulling one rubber band back and letting the other one go forward. Right? And I also need your body to be in great position. So you can't run, you can't beat me running like this. Who really wants to beat me in a race, by the way? If that's not important to you, then I'll change my, okay? So if you want to beat me in a race, you got to do this stuff.
He does.
All right? So you need to be able to get here, right? Do you have to be flexible to do this?
No.
How about this? Do you have to be flexible to do this? Exactly. All right, so you do need some flexibility, you do need some strength. Who here can squat? Can you? If you can squat, raise your hand. Is squatting important to running?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's a stretch.
Well, yes and no. It is a stretch to certain muscles, all right? But then what do you do from a squat? You come back up, right? So it's teaching you to load and unload your body, all right? So you have to be flexible, you have to be able to squat, you have to be able to move well, all right? And then to do this, do I have to have some balance?
Yeah.
But also have to have some hip strength, all right? So if my hip drops like this, what happens? You don't have any hip strength, but you fall, right? And you also don't beat me in a race. And that's the goal. The goal is to beat me in a race. Now, we start talking about flexibility, all right? Now, you could just do this and try to touch your toes, all right? But that may not be the best thing for you, all right? Because your muscles have to do what? They have to get long and get short, all right? So what about if we did this? So everybody put your right leg forward. If you don't know your right from your left, it's okay, I won't judge you. All right? So how about bending forward, touch your toes with your right hand. Good, and then come back up. Who felt a stretch in their hamstring? This is your hamstring. Felt a stretch in the back of your leg? Good. How about bend forward and touch your toes with your left hand? Good. Was that stretch a little different?
Yes.
Good there. How about both hands? And back up. You didn't touch your toes with both hands. We're going to do it one more time in honor of Cayman. Both hands. Awesome. Back up. Good. So left knee down. All right. Let's stay tall. Good. Anybody feel a stretch in the front of their left hip right here? No? Coach Lars does. All right. So now let's just shift your weight forward a little bit. Good. Do you start feeling a little bit of a stretch on the left side now? She must be really, really flexible. All right. So what about if you tighten your left butt cheek? Okay. So tighten your biscuits on the left side. Good. That's opening up the front of that hip. This is your stride, basically. That's what you're doing. Okay. Let's try that. So we get here a little wide. Now what we're gonna do is just shift into one hip. You should feel a stretch on the inside here. All right. This is a good stretch. This is an adductor stretch. All right. So nice, easy shift. Good. Now let's go the other direction. I want your toes kind of not necessarily pointing straight ahead, but maybe about 45 degrees. So just kind of at an angle. Good. Feel a good stretch on this side, Bob?
Yes.
Good deal. All right. Come back up to the middle. All right. So again, before a run, you work into this hip. Come back. You work into this hip. Now, some people, if you feel like it, you can shift, but you can also turn, right? So you're loading your hip a little differently, all right? But you don't have to. Just a shift here would be good, all right? When you're growing really quick, you need to be flexible, all right? When you're not growing really quick, then we can work on some other things. But right now, you want to maximize your ability to be flexible. So here's what we're gonna do. Cayman, you're not gonna do this, okay? Right now, until you can put pressure on your wrist. Nope, you can't do it like that. So it's a downward dog, okay? So this is what it looks like. You're here, rock back, and I want your heels to touch the ground, okay? Let's try that. Come on. Except Cayman. Good. Good. Try to get your heels to touch the ground. Try to straighten your knees. Big stretch, Bob. Hey, Bob, what happened to those heels? Drive those heels back, Bob. Come on, Bob. Straighten those knees. Good deal. Now, I don't want you to round your back like that. Let's try to keep your back a little flatter. Okay, so walk your hands forward a little bit, but still work the heels back. Good. Everybody get a good stretch there? Good. Come back up. When you get into the single leg stance position, all right? So when you run, one leg to the next leg to the next leg. So you need some strength, don't you? You said something about falling. All right, so you need to be strong. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to get your feet a little wide. All right, and so what we're gonna do here is you're gonna hinge at your hip. All right, so you keep your knees as straight as possible for as long as possible, and you're gonna grab the inside of your toes, and you're gonna squat down to the bottom. So you drop your hips all the way down. Hands stay between your knees, Homewood, between your knees. Good, good. Heels flat. Cayman, Cayman. There we go. All right, now, arms up. Arms up, arms up, arms up, everybody. Now stand up. There we go. So we're here. We're gonna take a big step. We're gonna stay low, come together. Big step, come together. No sliding. I hear you, Homewood. Good. Your feet should never be touching on these, and you shouldn't be standing up. Look at Cayman. Cayman's like the model. She's not getting any taller. Good. Nice and controlled. She should just be leading the class. Good. Toes pointed straight. Good. All right. So you don't want to be like this or like this. You want to be flat as a board. All right, because I'm going to walk across everybody's back. Knees up, knees up, knees up. Don't act surprised. Knees up. Hips up, hips up, hips up. Want your toes pointed straight. Great job, great job. Pull your belly button in. Pull your belly button in. Pull your hips. Good. Perfect. All right. As you get really good at it, then we'll add this one. You're just gonna watch TV like this for about an hour. Just kidding. And then you'll do the other side like this. See how straight my body is? All right, good.